Good morning, YouTube. Anthony Carbone of MadWhips and Wolf Millionaire here. Hope you're having an amazing kickoff to your day and week. I am. I just got back to Toronto last night, got a good night's sleep, and we're up and out about it this morning. Even though my life is filled with chaos, every day is a little different. I do enjoy a good routine. Just got up, made my bed, took a hot shower, and now we're ready to make some coffee, some eggs, some spinach. As you know, I do love an eggs Betty in the morning. And then it's back to work, baby. Back to the grind, back to the computer, and back to making some money. So stay tuned. Hope you're enjoying my vlogs. Can't wait to bring you a little bit about my day today. It's a day full of bullshit, a lot of phone calls, but most importantly, we're heading back to the gym to see RJ. Haven't seen him since last Thursday, so my body's craving a good workout, get a good pump on. Have a kick-ass day. Brr. Minus 11 with the wind today, guys. Super chilly, but again, we got the sun, we've got the blue skies. There's nothing more magical and motivating and inspiring to me than having the sun out. That ding, ding, ding. That's the caution ice notification on my car. It also knows it's cold. We're off to the gym, super pumped. Haven't seen RJ since last Thursday. Even though I did get in a good leg workout snowboarding yesterday. My body does crave some high intensity training, of which he subscribes to. I don't know if you just heard that, but that sounded like a little transmission glitch. Car's going into McLaren tomorrow. I'm excited to see what kind of loaner they have. The last couple times that my car's gone in for minor servicing, and they've given me a full-size Range Rover, which is a super fun car to drive, or SUV. I never thought it would be that much fun, but it is. I do love the G-Wagon a little bit more, but riding in the full-size Range Rover feels like you're riding like on a very cushy, plush living room. It basically encapsulates you from any noise and any shit outside. Like, you literally are in a very quiet cabin. The ride is super soft and smooth, and you feel like a king. No wonder so many people have full-size Range Rovers. They're super expensive, but I mean, you get what you pay for. They've become a lot more reliable than they have in the past decade. They used to be shitboxes, according to, I think, the J.D. Edwards report. If I'm not mistaken, they were the #1 vehicle for problems over anything. They were just the very most problematic vehicle you could buy. Anyone that ever owned one that I knew, literally every other month their Range Rover was in the shop for something stupid. Most of the time it was warranty, even brand new vehicles, and yeah, what a headache. Anyways, enough of my ramblings. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Going to park the car and go work out with RJ. Talk to you guys a little later. Cheers. Bathurst Street Bridge. And every time I go over this, the Sopranos theme song plays in my head. Chest workout complete, feeling like $1,000,000. Time to get some food at Athlete's Kitchen and get on with their day. Back home for an afternoon of work on the computer. Stay tuned for more. Uh-oh, what do we have here? A new warning. Thank God it's going in for service tomorrow. Get that one checked out. All right, we got the gym out of the way. A massive, very successful chest workout. Feeling very strong today. Got a great sleep last night, drank a ton of water this morning, had a healthy breakfast. Water is so key. I can't tell you how much better I feel in a day when I'm drinking like at least 2.5 to 3.5 liters of water. My mental state, completely on track. Mood, 10 times better. Make sure you guys are drinking lots of water. That's the public service announcement for the day. Good evening. Check it out, guys. Minus 13 with the wind, and look at this special weather statement. Snowfall of 5 to 10 centimeters expected overnight into Wednesday. Ooh, sounds fun. And check this out. Look at the long-term forecast. Look at this. Wednesday, Thursday, more snow on Friday, more snow on Saturday, more snow on Sunday. 5 centimeters, 2 to 4. Look at this. Super cold. What a winter we're having. My favorite new show, Altered Carbon. Totally rad. It's like a cooler version of Blade Runner. And we've changed into our black Nike fleece because we're gonna go and wash the car. It's absolutely filthy and I don't feel like bringing it into the dealership tomorrow as dirty as it is. That's how nice of a customer I am. Anyways, my dealership, McLaren Toronto, has taken amazing care of me, and as a result, I like to return the favor whenever I bring my car in. When I can, I like to clean it. Plus, I'm gonna go downstairs and do a quick walkthrough and give you guys a full walkthrough of my car after it's clean, explaining all the specs and options on my McLaren 540C. Hey guys, we're here at my underground parkade. While it's minus 12 upstairs, it's about minus 5 under here, so it's still a little chilly. My car is absolutely disgustingly filthy. It's probably the dirtiest I've ever seen it. And I can't wait to wash it because I just can't bring myself to bring it to the McLaren dealership tomorrow looking like this. So let's fire up a couple buckets of hot water, get the soapiness rolling on this motherfucker, and then I'm gonna walk you guys through all the different options. All right, now that we're all washed up, I'm gonna give you guys a quick walkthrough of my 2016 McLaren 540C. Now, the 540C is the slightly cheaper variant of the 570S. It's available in pretty much every country except for the United States. And the reason for that is that McLaren didn't want to bastardize or cannibalize the sales of the 570S, which is already a very strong market in the US. The 540C was meant to capture people like myself looking for a $200,000 sports car in the Audi R8 range / 911 turbo range. And as a result, we have a V8 twin turbo, 3.8 liter, the same engine that's in every single McLaren, including the P1, except for the brand new McLaren 720S, which has a 4 liter twin turbo engine. So, the color on this car, plain white. Was a no charge. It's just simple plain white. On top of that, we did the wheel upgrade with the stealth finish, and I believe these were the lightweight, not the ultra lightweight. I honestly don't remember, but the wheels were upgraded. That orange rim around it is a piece of nylon, which is a protector from Alloy Gator, one of my sponsors. That matches my orange McLaren calipers. What else do we have here? All the exterior panels on the car, which appear to be black, are actually a color called palladium. It's almost like a gunmetal silver. Now, on the 570S, I believe some of those parts come standard as carbon fiber. If not, you can go with a carbon fiber exterior package upgrade. The exhaust tips are normally silver. I got them upgraded to have the stealth finish again, to have the whole black and white theme vehicle. And the sport exhaust, the McLaren sport exhaust, was added to the car. I think it was like $3,500. And again, as I mentioned in my previous vlog, until the car was actually really broken in and used, about 3,000 to 4,000 kilometers, I really couldn't appreciate the sound of this car. It wasn't until the cats and the exhaust system got worked in a little and broken in, did the car really open up under full throttle. Let's see, the other differences of this. So on the 570S, this front lip is the same material that I showed you on the back, the palladium, but on the 540C, it's kind of a matte plastic, like you would find on the lower lip of 911 turbos and other kind of non-supercar exotic cars, if you will. The reason for that is because this is meant to be the cheapest McLaren you can buy, the entry-level supercar. And make no mistake about it, Top Gear did a test on this car in the UK with a 540C. They did 0 to 60 in 3 seconds flat. That's absolutely mind-blowing fast, and it's on par with the 570S. I believe the 540C is either 100 or 150 kilos lighter than the 570S, if I'm not mistaken. But for the sake of the argument, this is just as fast as a 570S, according to Top Gear. Now, let's take a look inside. First off, these pieces here, this was a carbon fiber option that I got. And the stereo system is a Bowers & Wilkins, also upgrade. And that yellow you can see is Kevlar, made by DuPont, a company I used to work for. The carbon fiber is something that I wanted to have inside the cockpit, seeing that this is kind of my home or mobile office. And let's just push the button here and light this stuff up. The steering wheel is covered in Alcantara. I also opted for the carbon fiber package on the steering wheel, which, as you can see, here, and the shift levers in carbon fiber, which, by the way, are much bigger in size. They're about from here to here, finger to finger, than the stock ones that are a silver color and are about 3/4 that size. As far as I'm concerned, you need the carbon fiber shift levers, especially if you're going to drive it in manual, not in manual, but technically in manual without the car shifting for you, because it's nice to have your hands on the side of the wheel at various positions and the ability to flick the paddles up or down. The beautiful thing about McLarens is that even though this side here on the left says downshift and this here to pull is upshift, you can actually control the downshift or upshift from each side. So it's kind of a pivotable shifting mechanism. Unlike Damon's Hurricane, you can't do that. He has to manually use one hand to do this side and the other hand to do this side. This is nice, especially if you have one hand on the wheel and you want to give it an up or down shift. I use that more than any type of shifting in my car, especially around the city when you don't really need both hands on the wheel and you're in kind of a relaxed driving position. It's very, very convenient to have that on your vehicle. What else do we upgrade? The orange seatbelts. That was an MSO touch, believe it or not. I think it cost me $500 or $600. It's the only thing I could afford from the MSO option menu. But I wanted to tie it in with the orange contrast stitching and the orange calipers. I'm going to go to the other side where there's a little bit more light. And as you can see here, this is orange contrast stitching. And that option was only available, the contrast stitching that is, when you upgraded the leather seats to the Napa Sport. And let me see if I can get some light on here. There we go. So the standard leather that comes with the cars looks the same, but you don't get the option to have the contrast stitching on the car unless you upgrade to the Sport. You can also see the beautiful carbon fiber tunnel right here in the middle that I upgraded, and a center console, and it just looks so sexy. There's the 540C plate. As you can see, it is a 540C for all you smartasses who are convinced that a 540C doesn't exist. I've also got the carbon fiber around the infotainment screen, and that center tweeter there is part of the Bowers & Wilkins sound upgrade that I got, which is an absolute must. I do love listening to the engine of this car, but I also love blasting my music. And even with the upgraded stereo system, I usually drive this car around the city with the windows up or down and the stereo system blasted on max. And it's really just loud enough. Car's a little dirty, been using it in the winter, but huge shout out to Touch of Luxury for the custom MadWhips mats. Thank you very much, Isaac. I'm absolutely loving them. I get a lot of compliments on them. And we'll be sending you some business because a lot of my friends want custom mats for their cars. Back here, you can see we've got a bench. It's pretty roomy. Literally, you can put a massive bag. There's a little yellow sign back here that says no briefcase or no bags. That's a safety concern, obviously. If you slam on the brakes, you don't want the stuff that's on this rear shelf to come flying into the passenger cabin. You can see there's a speaker also back here, as well as on this side here, just behind your head. And McLaren has done a really amazing job tweaking the sound system in this car. There's a bunch of different modes, and if you read up on how they engineered and designed it, they wanted to really give you the feeling that you were in a, different setting listening to the music. So it's been designed and engineered with a reason, not just placed where it is in the cabin and tuned for the sake of having a high-powered stereo. Everything is with purpose in these McLarens. The ceiling, or the roof liner, is also an Alcantara. That was an option. I could have went with the same leather, but there's nothing like the look and feel of Alcantara to match the steering wheel. Now, for some of you that don't know, when you find the hardcore race cars that have Alcantara on the dash, so this is just leather here. All of my dash is leather. It was quite a bit upgrade to go with the Alcantara, but the reason race cars have Alcantara on the dash is to reduce glare on the windshield. Yep, that's why Alcantara is used on race cars, because when you have a leather surface like this and the sun is coming through your windshield, you get reflection from this part of the dash up on your windshield, and it's quite distracting. And you can imagine when you're flying around a racetrack at 100 plus miles an hour, focusing on not crashing and killing your best time. Last thing you want to do is worry about distractions. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's my McLaren 540C that I put 29,000 kilometers on. It was the second one in Canada. I have daily driven the shit out of this thing. It's been to Miami for 4 months. It's been in California and LA for a month. It's been in Monterey for a month. I have grown extremely emotionally attached to this car. I have come to terms with the fact that probably won't own it for much longer. It's coming up on its 2-year ownership mark. And given how many kilometers I put on it, it's time for something new. I'm really craving a manual vehicle. When I bought this car, I was in the market for a manual 911 turbo. And at the time, the US dollar was extremely high. Manuals were becoming less and less produced, especially by Porsche. And so all the Americans came up to Canada with their high American dollar and were buying all the 911 manual turbos. As a result, within a 2-year span, they went from going, a used 911 turbo 997 Gen 1 or Gen 2, were going for about, $100,000, $110,000. And when I was looking at them, they were going for $130 to $135. And I just didn't want to pay that premium. And so next thing you know, I went and see Jimmy at McLaren Toronto. We took the Vermilion Red 570 out for a test drive. This was in December. December 2015, I believe. Yeah, December 2015. Fell in love with it. Worked out an amazing deal. Got the second one in Canada. And it's been a childhood dream to own a McLaren. And I can't believe that I've been able to purchase a brand new car, let alone a brand new McLaren, when I was 37 years old. I'll be 39 in April. And I feel damn lucky and proud for everything that I've achieved, working my ass off to be able to daily drive a vehicle like this. And so I'm going to keep working my ass off because I absolutely have a hardcore passion for cars and social media and photography. And I don't know what it's going to look like in the upcoming years, but we're going to continue to grind and continue to do what we have to do so that I can always be in some sort of cool vehicle. And it's not so much the cool factor, but what I really enjoy driving. This was a really, really, really fun car. I've driven a lot. I've had a lot of seat time in the McLaren 12C, in the 650, and the McLaren Sport Series drives like no other McLaren before it. It's connected to the road. The hydraulics, the steering, the throttle response, it's blistering fast. It's super comfortable. I've been in a lot of exotic cars, a lot of supercars. The cabin has so much room. And for those of you that are tall out there that are maybe watching this review on my car, I'm 6'2" and fit extremely comfortably in my McLaren. I've had friends that are 6'4" and 6'6" sit as passengers in my car, And while, that's an extra, 2 to 4 inches, they're still able to sit in the car comfortably in both the passenger and driver's seat. I did not opt for the heated seat or electric seats, even though I do live in Canada and have been daily driving this in the winter. I didn't feel like paying for that, first off. And second off, I'm buying a fucking street legal race car. I don't want fucking electric seats. The heated seats would have been nice, but even then, you've seen me have this car out in minus 20-degree weather. Have you ever heard me bitch and complain about how cold it is in the car? No. It's something that you can live with, especially if you are an automotive enthusiast who enjoys the finer things like being able to daily drive a street legal race car. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick review. I'm gonna get upstairs and get back to work. Got to bring the car in for a quick service tomorrow at McLaren, and hopefully we'll be on the road very soon.